Okay, Ms. Garza?
Yeah, I'm really conflicted about this one too, because I've never been a fan of crash gates. I feel like these new developments are proposed. This is not for you. Can sit down, Mr. Drew, if you want. These new developments get proposed, and then the neighborhood gets mad, and so without consent of the new people that are going to be living there, we agree to a crash gate. And I feel like the new people living there probably would prefer to have two ways out, not just one way out. We're actually going to discuss a zoning case in my district where I wish we could have two ways out, but I'm really opposed to it because there's only one way out, and it's going to create a lot of traffic on a very rural road. So I guess I don't understand the issues with the neighborhood being against this additional connection. My understanding also is that Schofield Farms Light is really backed up as it is right now. So we're just creating more traffic on that road to come out to Parmer. So, and looking at the map, where the school is, I don't know how anybody could walk to it right now. It looks like the only way in is Schofield Farms. So right now that school is like, so just what Mayor Pro Tem said, I feel like this extra road provides a way for, walking and more, I don't know, I just don't, looking at this map that I'm looking at, I don't see a road where, aside from Schofield Farms, where folks could walk their kids to that school.
What we've been told is that they walk to the end of that cul-de-sac that terminates into the school property and then walk across.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like we're continually having these crash gate cases we'll open it up eventually, and I don't know if that, I'd like an example of a crash gate that was opened up eventually, but I'm very conflicted on this too.
Yes, Renteria.
When we had our first discussion here earlier this year about a development that was being built in South Austin, I warned people that, my colleagues, that this is exactly what we're going to be facing in the future. We're going to have these developments coming in, and we're going to have people that are demanding gated communities. And that's exactly what we're going. This is the second time that I'm going to take a vote, but my position has always been to do away with these gated communities, because I feel that, we're one Austin, and I'm sure that I would like to have a gated community in my neighborhood, because I got all this IH-35 traffic going through there, bypassing through me. And I wish that we could just build barricade all my streets there in East Austin, so we wouldn't have to put up with all this traffic that comes through my neighborhood. And that's what we should. If we're going to do those kind of things, then we should allow all communities just gate themselves in, so that we won't have to put up with the rest of the traffic that people that come from outside the suburb come and cut through my neighborhood in the inner city, just so they can get to their work and back. That's what we're looking at.
Okay, Ms. Garza?
I'm still trying to understand the connectivity. So I see this cul-de-sac that one of the neighbors yelled out. Shag Bark Trail is what folks use to walk to that school, and I don't see how this road in any way affects that from still happening. Folks can still walk from that cul-de-sac to that school without an extension of this road affecting them. And I'm assuming you were talking about the Cooper Lane case, and I'm not voting against it, just FYI.
Okay, Ms. Houston.
Thank you, Mayor. I try to be consistent in my votes, and so I have many cul-de-sac communities that have one way in and one way out. There's a stub there that the city has never had the money to build a second exit, so that in case of an emergency, people could exit from the neighborhood. And so I will be voting against that, because I think every community needs one way in and one way out in case of an emergency. And I also am consistent. The first case we had about a crash gate, voted against that too, and I will be voting against this one as well.
Yes. The vote is on, the motion is on second reading only to approve this item with the Planning Commission recommendation included. Those in favor, please raise your hand. Those opposed? Renteria, Trox, Clarion, Houston voting no, the others voting aye. This moves past second reading.